Yo guys, it's Dark Buff here, and today I'm bringing you another Wi-Fi battle. This time it's against this guy called Maestro. He's French, to my knowledge, and yeah, he had quite an annoying team in all fairness, for one reason, and that was because of Cresselia, because it was Trick Room trained, and it had moves that were annoying, like Attract and stuff like that, you know, and obviously the Trick Room itself. But I still pulled through. It was actually quite an interesting battle. It was quite a long battle actually, because of just sort of the prolonged effects that occurred in this battle, such as sleep and attract and stuff like that. It just lengthened the battle quite substantially. So yeah, I begin with a Thunder Wave, and it renders that Dust Noir quite pointless really, and then I land the Hypnosis because I've come across Cresselia's before, and I just want that. I don't want that Cresselia. I had a feeling it was going to have Trick Room, to be fair, so I wanted to just make sure it didn't have any effect, because my Rotom, my Infernape and my Máestro are very fast, so it would render them useless really. So yeah, then I give the Hex on the Dust Noir because obviously on the Cresselia I thought it was going to be on the Dust Noir, but oh well. And then I go for the Scald, which lands on the Dust Noir, which even though I'd paralysed it, I thought it was going to burn it, which is really odd. But yeah, I still went for the Scald. I was definitely not on form. I probably could have done a lot better. But yeah, so this match is quite even at the moment. Nothing really special happening. But yeah, it's been a while since I've watched this battle, so I'm trying to sort of remember it as I go along. But so he obviously goes for the Shadow Sneak on my Politoed, which does not that much, maybe about 35%. And then I go for the Hex and Dust Noir, which I initially thought I did, and I was right. So yeah, the Hex obviously wipes that Dust Noir, super effective, and massive damage from status moves. And then the Scald on the Cresselia. And then when the Cresselia wakes up soon enough, it becomes quite annoying, because it obviously can land all those moves. So yeah, I couldn't do a lot. And then he brings up this Aegis Slash, and yeah, the Aegis Slash, for some reason, he didn't have King's Shield on. He just had normal Protect, which I found a bit weird. Maybe he didn't realise that you could get King's Shield from the daycare, no, from the move tutor or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, now it lands the Trick Room, and I hate Trick Room when it's against me. If I use it, it's fine, but obviously. But yeah, when that Cresselia used it, it wound me up very much. And then this Aegis Slash comes out with the Sacred Sword, which I was sort of anticipating on the Politoed, because it could do quite a lot of damage. Politoed disappears, so my only slowish Pokemon gets, well, faints. And yeah, it became quite annoying. I was starting to worry a little bit at this point, so I think I bring out the Espeon at this stage, because of something. I'm not sure. So yeah, well, I'll get rid of the Aegis Slash quickly and effectively while it's in attack stance, and yeah, Cresselia has leftovers, which is quite irritating as well. But yeah, so then he brings out his Umbreon, which really was lucky because I brought out my Infernape, which means I could land a Mark Punch. But obviously this Umbreon was trained in normal defense, as it did about 25% to 30% damage on a super effective Mark Punch, Iron Fist, stab. So it was kind of obvious that it had been trained, and it kind of surprised me a little bit as well actually, because I wouldn't have really thought of defense on an Umbreon, but maybe other people think that that's a good thing. So yeah, I land Thunder Wave on the Cresselia this time, so it obviously can't recover from it, and it obviously slows it down as well, and it kind of, if it does get paralysed on a certain turn, it can waste the effect of Trick Room, so it may definitely quite good. And yeah, so it is beginning to go my way now. I've only lost Politoed, and Politoed is more of just a tank for me. It's not really one to be doing massive damage to anyone. That's more Espeon, Infernape, and Rotom's just there for status moves. So yeah, the Rotom really luckily managed to avoid the confusion damage and lands a Volt Switch on that Umbreon. And the Umbreon had a Citrus Berry, which same as my Rotom really, so not much I can say about that. And then I bring out the Espeon because it has Dazzling Gleam, which I'm certain I use because it's effective on the Umbreon, and the Cresselia, it just does some damage to it really. But then it uses that Umbreon uses Protect, which I found just ridiculous. Why? I can't actually think of a reason why you do that. And then this Inferno kept getting immobilised by love from the attract, and it just started getting annoying, really. But luckily I prepared and I anticipated it, so Maestro used Shadow Ball on the Cresselia, and that obviously came to some effect. And then Trick Room wore off, and that's when things started getting better, even though Inferno just had that turn immobilised. But yeah, the Cresselia was almost gone. Like, there was a sheer amount of relief when that Cresselia had gone, because that Cresselia just wound me up. But the Umbreon has Confuse Ray as well, so the Track / Confuse Ray, and they're just two very irritating moves, because they're just random. They're not like, it's not really like Hypnosis where you can have a set amount of turns asleep or whatever. It's just random times. You can get, like, you'll get affected by it one turn, then you won't, then you will, you won't. You know, it's just ridiculous. And yeah, so I landed the Mark Punch on that, and it works quite well actually. And then my Espeon manages to land the Dazzling Gleam, which I was so happy about at this stage. And it wipes out the Umbreon really fast, and because obviously it's not trained special defense by the looks of things. And then the Cresselia landed Trick Room again, but I think it's the only one on its own now, so it means it can't do anything. It's got about like 65% health. It's not doing too well, and then it gets damaged. Then it gets hit by paralysis. So yeah, and then Inferno manages to land the U-turn, which is super effective, and it means I can come out from. No, I don't have Rotom either. Oh no, I don't have Rotom. It means I can bring out Rotom again, and yeah, just end the battle quite fast. So it was a fun battle. This, yeah. It was quite a challenging one, and this was my first ever rating battle, so I was sort of predicting it was going to be quite difficult. It was going to be effort really to do this, but I still won, so I was really quite happy with winning this battle, because it was my first ever rating battle that I've recorded, and yeah, so well, thanks for watching guys. It's been Dark Buff playing Pokemon X, and yeah, see you later, peace.